Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of I'm Right, I'm Right. Now, as you can tell, it's only me right now, Anthony Cordova, one of the co-hosts of I'm Right, I'm Right, and the other host is Jill Cox-Cordova, my wonderful wife. Now, as you usually hear me say, if you're watching this in replay or listening to this in replay, you can fast forward past this portion and get right into the show. But wait, I don't want you to fast forward this time yet. Just hold on just a moment because I want to give some thanks to everyone that voted for us in the podcast awards. And we are now finalists. We are finalists in the podcast awards in society and culture. Now, they call that a slate. So we're in the slate of top 10 shows in society and culture. Now, some of you that have voted may get another email that's asking you to vote again. And that's determining whether what you checked when you voted the first time. So if you do get that, make sure you do the vote. But they may ask you to cast another vote so we can be the finalists. And if I am telling you this incorrectly, we'll clear that up later. Anyway, so please do that, and thank you for supporting us because we are really moving along. And for those of you that just listen to audio, thank you. Oh gosh, you're like blowing us up. That's all I can say. So thank you for listening in your car or at work or wherever you do your listening while you're cleaning house or something, or, wonderful. Thank you. And I also want to thank all the live viewers that come to the show live every week. And as I usually say, you all make the show better. It's like your co-host also. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, remember, and you're watching live, remember that you can make comments or ask questions during the show on either one of those platforms. So we have approximately 1 minute and 40 seconds before we go live, where you will see and hear Jill and I on the show, and the show will start then. But in the meantime, if you are listening in replay, there's only about 1 minute and 25 seconds that you can fast forward to. You can just fast forward and get right into the show. But at this point, you might as well stick with me and talk to me. But remember, we'll know on September 28th whether we won that category or not. And that would be a really big deal and for us. And thank you so much for supporting us. Now, we only have about 50 seconds to the beginning of the show, and then we're going to get right into it. I'm looking so forward to seeing everyone that comes to the show live. And if you are a person that just listens to the audio, thank you again. But we would love it if you come to the show live. And that's every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can also check out the show through Jill's website at jillcoxcordova.com. All right, we've got about 10 seconds and we're going to get right into the show. So see you in a few. Hey. We got rhythm.
We did.
Surprise, surprise.
That's not a surprise.
You know
Greetings,
what they say.
everyone. This is I'm Right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox-Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova.
Welcome, everyone. We're glad you're here.
We are glad you're here. We love it when you're here.
We do. We really do.
The show would not be the same without you, as I always say.
That is true. We've come a long
thing.
way from just talking to each other to talking to the audience.
Yeah, I think Jill likes talking to the audience more than me, actually.
Why do you say that?
I think. That's what I think.
Why do you think that?
Oh, because you have people that can defend you or get on or be on your side.
They were always, even when we were talking to each other, they were Team Jill. They know that I'm right.
They were not always Team Jill.
Yes.
Sometimes they were Team Tony.
This is our 301st show episode. You were probably right 3 times.
Oh, you wish. You wish. You wish.
Well, let's say hi to our audience since we're talking about this. I always ask, as we're preparing to go live, I always ask, who's here with us tonight? And so John Boltman said, me. Hi, John.
Hey,
we're glad
John.
you're here.
What's going on? We
Hey,
missed
hey,
you.
hey.
I think it was last week we didn't see
Yeah,
John.
I think it was.
See,
So we're glad you're here.
We're keeping track. It was our 300th show. 300.
It was.
This is 301.
Right?
Poof! Mind blowing.
Think we can make it to 500? That was always my goal.
Really? I
Yes.
didn't know. You didn't tell me. That was a secret.
Well, I didn't want to overwhelm you of all the times I'm right.
Yeah.
We have other people here. We have Connie. Connie's in the house.
Hi, Connie.
Hi, Connie. And she's waving. Hi.
Good to see ya.
Hi. And then when you were talking about my being right and all of that,
Yeah.
John says, that's her job. It sure is. Thank you, John, for acknowledging that.
My job is to keep Jill on her toes. That's my job. And I do a very good job of it.
I keep telling you, I am not a ballerina. There's no need for me to ever be on my toes.
I keep you on your toes, so, keep you straight, on the straight and narrow. If you try to get, off track.
Between the two of us, which one of us is more straight and narrow?
Me.
No, that's not true.
Me, absolutely.
That is not true. That is
absolutely.
not true. That is not true. Well, you'll be happy to know. Hi, Charlie. Charlie's here, and he says Team Cordova.
Oh, there you go. That's
such a diplomatic answer, Charlie.
Hey, and people, check out Charlie Perry and the Charlie Perry podcast, but he's also writing music now. And I've listened to 2 tracks from it today.
Oh, you'll have to share it with me sometime.
It's like blue lights in the basement. Like, get some slow music going.
Blue lights?
Yeah, blue lights.
Blue lights like former police officer that he was?
No. Well, yeah, maybe, but not those kind of blue lights. When I was growing up, everybody had the parties in the basement, and they would put a little blue light, a little blue bulb, and it would make your clothes glow. A black light, but it was blue.
I've been to some basement house parties.
Yeah, and then you put on that, that slow music. You can, kind of get close.
Get in.
Yeah. So he's got that kind of music, yeah. If you're trying to revitalize something in your relationship, put on some of Charlie Perry's music.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Charlie, now I really need to listen. But I guess I should listen at night.
You can. You can.
We'll see. Denise is also here.
Well, hi, Denise.
Denise.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay.
John, the reason John wasn't here, he says, I
Oh,
was sick.
well, sorry to hear that.
I mean,
Hope you're
really sick.
like
Oh,
really
John,
sick.
I'm so sorry. I
I
hope you're
hope,
better.
yeah, I hope you've made a full recovery, actually. And we're still trying to get you on the show, John. He worries about saying the wrong thing, but I know he knows how not to say
He
the
does
wrong
know,
thing.
but maybe he just doesn't want to. He does know for sure. And
Let's
Ronaldo is here
see.
too. Hi, Ronaldo.
Hello, Ronaldo.
Hi.
Hi. Happy
Hi.
you're here.
Happy you're here. And then John says, which one is the Abbott and which one is the Costello between the two of us? I'll let you answer
Well,
that because I don't know their traits.
you don't know their traits.
Yeah, like which would make
Well, the one that
of
was
us
supposed
Abbott
to
and
be
which.
smart, he was kind of mean.
Oh, oh, that's neither one of us. Neither one of us is mean.
Yeah, and the one that, well, yeah, I don't think we should go any further with this.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think we should.
Well, if we're talking about which one, Tony is
But
the
Joe,
fun one. I'm the smart one.
who's on first?
Neither.
You're supposed to say, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know who's on second.
Who's on third?
Whatchamacallit?
Anyway.
I've forgotten that routine. I don't remember.
All right. So Charlie continues to give a diplomatic answer and says, "Team both of you."
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.
But really, he means Team Jill.
No, don't
I know
put
that you
words,
do. It's
don't
okay, Charlie.
Put
It's
words
okay, Charlie.
into Charlie's mouth.
I know that's what he means, though.
Don't put
It's
words
okay,
into
Charlie.
Charlie's mouth. That's not right.
I am the
not right.
puppet master.
It's just
That's what
not right.
producers do.
Hey, when we just did the podcast, which was not video, I was the puppet master. Now, I was
As the
puppet
editor,
master
yeah.
then. See, but we don't edit any of this. Any of this footage.
They can
we
tell.
edit nothing.
It is unscripted.
You always get
That is
the real.
that is true.
Yes,
Unscripted, raw. That's what you get.
it is correct.
All right. John says, I'm better now. I was running a fever. I'm pretty incoherent when I'm running a fever. Oh. Well, I hope you're okay, John. For real.
Incoherent.
Seriously. I
That
hope you're
would have
okay.
made for a good show, though.
Oh, don't say that. Oh. Don't say that. Okay, well let's get into now that we've greeted everyone that's here.
Okay.
Let's get
You
into
have
some
notes?
notes and stuff. So last week we talked about overachievers, right?
Yes, we did.
And I did every week. I've started doing a poll on LinkedIn. It goes from Tuesday to Tuesday, and so the final results are in. And I asked, and we also asked on the show, do you have a problem with overachievers? 0% said yes.
0%.
0%
Zero.
said yes. 57% said no. And the other 43% said sometimes. I also asked, they also had an option of there's no such thing as overachieving, which was our point.
Yes.
0% said that too.
Huh.
I know, right? Don't you want to know I kind of want to know who
That's very
who said what and why.
That's really, really interesting to me. Huh.
Yeah.
0%.
Yeah.
Said yes. Oh.
Our audience has questions. John says, "How could you edit? It's all the same shot." Well, when we were audio only, and for some people we are still audio only because we convert our video into audio. Tony would edit the audio.
Yes, I would edit the audio. I would add like the music we play before the show, the little spots we play. I used to edit those in on just the podcast. So when we did the show when we did the show live for us, but no one else. There was no music or anything else, but then I added that in the segments later.
Right. Right. So now if we were now we don't edit, but if we were to edit, we'd edit out the first 5 minutes, which is us doing our last prep work before the
Yes.
show and checks and stuff, things like that. So that's what
Yep.
we would do now if we
Yep.
edit it.
And thank you for the question.
Yes.
I may start in those the 5 minutes before the show starts, where we're actually checking all our stuff, and I'm talking, rambling about what's going on and all of that. But we may start showing what we actually do
Right.
to get ready for the show in that 5 minutes.
So
Also,
stay tuned.
yeah.
And then John says, "Okay then." And then back to when Charlie said team both of you, he says that you made it difficult with a hyphenated name, Jill Cox-Cordova.
Hey, that's one thing Jill really likes for me because Jill had a good name. It was Jill Cox. Then she
Right.
married me. It was
Which
Jill Cox Cordova, and now it's like everybody notices her.
My name, you mean?
Yes, your
Yes,
name. Yes, your name.
Yes,
Yes.
people used to, only call me by my first name or Jill Cox or expand my first name into some nickname that's longer than Jill. But now people tend to call me Jill Cox Cordova or JCC. So now they have to say all my names. So, but that's fine. All right, so let's get to tonight's topic.
We have a topic.
We do. We're not just sitting here
I
talking.
thought we was just
We are
hanging
not.
out, talking and stuff. But
No.
we actually have a topic.
We actually do. We really do. So tonight we are talking about going back to school as adults. So it's back to school, the adult edition, and I have a new poll, but it's all part of a segment that we call
Stand by your stance.
Stand by your stance.
Yes. My new poll asks, is it worth it to go back to school as an adult? So I've already, again, my polls run on LinkedIn from Tuesday to Tuesday, so I've already started it. And 40% have already said yes, of course. Of course it's worth it.
Okay.
40% says no, not these days.
Okay.
And 20% says it depends on the reason why someone goes back to school as an adult.
And that is exactly what I was thinking.
Which part?
It depends for what reason.
Ah,
For why?
right.
Is it just to gain knowledge? Because like someone like me at my age, which I'm in my 60s, I would I was actually thinking about this before the show, and I know Jill is not going to believe I'm going to say this, but like when I really, really retire, I've retired a couple of times, but when I really, really retire, I may go back to school.
What?
And take, well, but
Shut the front door. What?
yeah, but I'm not, take a couple of courses, learn something.
Get an
new,
MFA?
No. See, you answered that quick, didn't I?
We'll see about
That's
that.
way too hard. We'll keep you with the MFA.
Oh,
Jill.
okay.
Yeah, but I may take some, and also, there's the issue of money because the courses I would take, some of them are just free for seniors.
That's true.
So I could take free courses and learn something I always wanted to learn, or
Like what?
expand on my knowledge. I used to really be into photography, and I have a high-end digital camera, but I don't use it much anymore. And when I did use it, I probably didn't know how to use half the features that it had. So I would like to take a course in photography, but I used to have a dark room and develop pictures and all of that. So yeah, I might do something like that. You know, one day when I really, really retire and go back. Whether I would go back to school to like get a degree so I could get a better job, chances are probably not. I'm not trying to, if I'm really, really retired, I'm not going to be trying to get back into the workforce. But I might start another business at my old age because I've worked for myself, you know, most of my life. So that's makes sense. So who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see.
Well, I think that's a great answer. And, you've said it in front of everyone now, and this is being recorded.
And this is why you put the camera just on me. You did a close-up of me. Is this why you did that?
Well, no, I'm just very in the
you
shot.
could go back
I'm
and
producing,
play it and say, hey, this is when you said it.
Well, yes, I would do that.
Okay.
So, no, I think that's wonderful, and that's an excellent reason to show that going back to school as an adult is worth it, because of your why. And so that gets into, I looked up, the reasons people do go back to school as an adult. And there were 5 top ones.
Really?
Yes. None that had to do with retirement, interestingly enough. One was to start a new career, but I guess technically you said, you might start a new business. One was to start a new career. So maybe they've been laid off and they need to do something different.
Yes.
But they don't know how to do that something different. So they go back to school to learn how to do it. I actually did that.
Yes.
I went straight from undergrad to grad school for journalism. And then entered the industry. But I really always wanted to be a creative writer. Right. And writing journalistically is far different than creative writing.
Absolutely.
Especially fiction, right? So I went back to school to learn how to do that much later, like 2015. I went back. Some people, they never finished when they were there before. So they go back to finish what they started, right? Some people, one of the reasons was to earn a promotion.
Yeah, people do. Many people do that.
I don't think that's true as much anymore.
Oh no, it's still true.
Well, in my industry, it's
different.
In my industry, I can't tell you how many times. Well, in the journalism industry, I can't tell you how many times people would chide me and shun me for having an advanced degree. They were like, "You don't need that," and I didn't. It didn't.
That industry, but there's many other places. If you don't have it, you cannot move forward.
Yes. Yeah. No. And then another one was to support and set an example for their kids, so that if they're highly educated, maybe their kids seeing that would want to do the same. Maybe
I need to follow my kids' lead. That's what needs to happen.
Maybe. And then the other was to increase their salary.
Yeah.
The only time my advanced degrees helped me increase my salary was when I worked in academia.
Okay.
The only time.
But until then, it's only 2 industries.
Well, in one industry, I stayed for decades.
Yeah, but
my having an advanced degree never helped me get a raise.
But if you had many other jobs in other industries or other, fields, that it may have made a big difference.
Well, maybe I wish I would have known then what I know now.
Maybe.
But then, my why, the first time I got my master's was because I went to a small liberal arts undergraduate college, undergraduate school. And it was so small that the journalism department was one person, and he was print. So everything I learned about TV, I learned from doing internships in TV and radio. And but I didn't feel like that was enough for me to get a job as soon as I graduated from undergrad. So I went to a graduate school that was practical. Like we had to get out there and do what I ended up doing in the industry. So for me, that was worth it, which is why I went straight from undergrad to grad school the first time.
Gotcha.
So for me, it's the why. So for me, yes, it's worth it. And then, I'm on so we actually agree. Yes, it's worth it, depending on your why.
Yeah.
Right? But I've also been on the other end where when I first started teaching college, I worked at a school where most of my students, or at least half of them, were not what they called non-traditional students, who were adults going back to school. And that was great. It actually spoiled me because the adults wanted to be there, whereas it was kind of iffy with the teenagers,
students.
right? It was kind of iffy with the teenagers or whether they wanted to be there or not.
Yes.
But the adults were great. They really wanted to be there. They were in it.
They did their homework.
They did. They did everything I asked them to do and more,
Yes.
So for them, I do believe it was worth it too. They wanted to be there. Okay, so we're getting comments.
Yeah, we have more comments.
Okay. Back to Charlie, saying that my hyphenated name made it a little hard for him to, say team both of us. But he says, all due respect to your family name. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
And then when I was talking about the different things that people call me now, John says, or Kill Jill Volume 1. I like that. I really like that. Fits me really well. That is great. That actually fits me. I like that a lot.
I would like to see that one.
That's great.
I would love to see that one.
That fits me. I like it. Tony, that's a great idea and reason. Connie says, when you were talking about when you retire,
yeah,
what you would do going back to school. And John says, oh, hell yeah, it's true. And I think that was when we were talking about, but John, you can correct me if I'm wrong, when we were talking about the reasons that some people earn a promotion, because that's what you and I debated about, because I'm like, people didn't like in TV, people don't care, and some outwardly hate that you have an advanced degree in it. Although toward the end of my TV news career, people hired me because we went to the same grad school. So maybe they felt that pain. I don't know. What do you think? And yes, John says yes. That's exactly what he was talking about. Yep. Okay.
All righty.
So that's that. All right. Well, time to get to our second segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
Okay. Well, I do believe that the audience with us tonight, I think they might agree with us. And if you don't, tell us, audience, and tell us why you don't agree with our stance that it is worth it for adults to go back to school, depending on their why.
On their why, yeah. Absolutely. But though, I never was a person that loved going to school. But, however,
or taking piano lessons from your wife.
Yeah, you wasn't a good piano teacher.
I was an excellent piano teacher.
Wasn't a good piano
you gave
teacher.
me 5 minutes to show you something, and then you're like, get up, move.
People learn differently. People learn different ways of learning. But my thing is, I'm always learning new stuff. I learn all the time. Every day I'm trying to learn something else. So even though I don't like the conventional going to school in the classroom, but I'm starved for knowledge. So I'm always trying to learn something else.
So that's your advice? strive to learn something.
Strive to learn something else. You never get too old to learn. I don't like it when people say, you can't teach old dogs new tricks. Keep your mind active. Keep your mind active no matter what. Whether you're young, whether you're old, always challenge your mind. Always think differently. Learn some new things. Always. And it's good for your health.
Yes, it is. And my advice is that sometimes school isn't a classroom. Sometimes it's the world. You can learn something by traveling to a different.
I love how you did those air quotes. Just for the
for the people who can't see me. I put air quotes around school.
Listen to the audio version. Yes, Jill air quotes when she said school.
Yes, who go to school like that. I've always said I don't need a classroom to teach, and you don't have to go back to an actual school to learn something. To your point, there are world travelers who the world is their classroom. That's where they learn their biggest lessons about other cultures and other rituals and people. So, open, but do open. My advice is to open your mind to all the possibilities of learning. As a writer, I have to say books teach, even if it's fiction, because there's always kernels of truth in fiction too. So, yeah, that's what I say about that.
Right.
We have another comment. Connie says, "You're right, Tony."
See, I'm right sometimes,
wait.
Jill.
Wait.
About always learning.
Oh, okay. She didn't mean that he's right and I'm not. That is not what she meant. I am sure of that.
You have a problem with that?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you should.
But you are right about that. That is correct. And then we have another comment. Denise says, "I'm a believer in lifetime learning, however that looks for the person." Yes, that is true.
Absolutely, I agree.
That's true. And Connie says, "It's okay to learn something." Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, if only our audience, like if only the world were like our audience, like the kinds of people that they are. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great. Because, a lot of people do not want to learn anything else. I know people that don't want to learn anything else. So many times I can tell someone, "Oh, you want to know how to do that? Oh, I'll teach you." "I don't want to know how to do that." "Well, I'll teach you, and then you won't have to ask me
how to do it.
To do it. I will teach you the whole process of doing whatever it is. I will teach you how to do it." No, I don't want to learn anything." Okay.
Oh, well. So be it. That's their life.
Okay.
So be it. That's their life.
Gee. Well, Jill,
yes?
I think we're just about out of time.
I think we are. That went by really, really fast. We do have a couple of more comments, though.
Okay.
Let me get to them. Oh, you're right, sister-in-law. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. And then Charlie says, "True, Tony."
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. Well, Jill, we should start wrapping this up.
I'm ready.
All right.
You ready? I'm ready.
Okay, well, let's see what we've got. Now, all of you, remember to check out I'm Right every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can also watch the show on Jill's website, which is jillcox-cordova.com. And for the audio listeners only, thank you for listening to the ads that pop up before the show. It really, really helps. But again, we would love if some of you audio listeners would come to the live show. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. After show, anyone? We need your input. Give us some ideas or questions you have for us, and we will answer those questions probably.
All righty then. We have one last comment. This nicely sums up what we've been talking about tonight with adults going back to school. John says, the advantage of an adult going to school is having some combat and real-world experience under their belt. It would give them greater clarity and a better idea as to what courses to focus on. That is true.
100%.
Yeah. And one thing I forgot to say is thank you. Thank you, audience that's here. Thank you, listeners everywhere. You put us in the top 10 in our category of society and culture in the podcast awards. And so some of you who signed up to vote for that may have gotten another email saying to vote for the winner. So we hope that you still choose us. Winners are announced on September 28th, but we made the top 10 in our category. So thank you.
Top 10. It only took us 300 episodes to get here.
That's it. Yep. All right. We'll see you next week, everyone.
All right, and we
Bye.
love you all.
Love
At least
you.
I do.
I do too. I don't know why he separates that.
It's an
I love you
afterthought.
too.
It's an afterthought for you. It's
is
on
not.
my mind. Yes, I always
Love
say
is
it
always
first.
on my mind.
Love you all.
Love you.
We'll
Bye.
see you next week. Bye.